Or do I have to be at a microphone? How does this work?
Well, yeah, you got a mic, but I want to see. Let me sit down. See how you look. Yeah, that's going to be your back. Let me see.
Want me to?
I mean, you don't come like that, dude.
Not really. Where do you want me to go? Would it be better? No, because then I would be so far away.
Or I could put that right there.
But what right where?
Sit regular. Let's
Okay.
see how you.
If I sit like this.
That's fine.
Yeah, because then we're just like chilling.
Oh my God, I look just like your mom, yo.
It's crazy.
This is crazy. All right, let's go.
Man, I've never done YouTube live before.
I think it's easier now. I know when we first set up for it, like you had to get 100 people to subscribe for it to even be legit. All right, go ahead. We're on.
Yes.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're live at the round table. I have a special guest this evening. I call her my sister. Kaylin, how are you?
I'm great, Percy. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Happy to be here.
Thank you for reaching out.
Yeah, glad I did.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on YouTube Live, Facebook, or if you're on countryconnect.com, we're tonight have the lovely Kaylin in studio, and we will be talking about. You tell me what we're talking about tonight, Kaylin. You tell me.
So we're going to talk about cannabis. We're going to talk about weed. We're going to talk about marijuana, CBD, all of it. I just recently quit my job because of all the benefits of CBD and cannabis, and I just wanted to surround myself in the space. So I want to tell as many people as I can about this amazing, magical plant. Yeah.
Let's jump right into it then.
Cool. I guess we can kind of start where, like, I guess a little bit of my story. I'm an art student from Tyler School of Art Temple, and I just have a background of design and really saw the need for information when it comes to cannabis. Sorry, I'm sick, if you can't tell. But it's so easy to get your medical card. Like, of course, you need one of the 21 qualifying conditions in PA, and every state is different. But a lot of people don't realize that you can get your medical card, in a week. I think we were just talking about that because Percy here has started registering, but just has to go through the rest of the process. So I'm not even going to hold out on the process. I think we should just talk about that right away.
Got my pen and paper ready.
Yeah, so I made these beautiful cards that Bryce actually illustrated.
Shout out, Bryce.
You're gonna see them. It's gonna be reversed. But essentially, to register and get your card, very simple. You go online at medicalmarijuana.pa.gov. You take about 10 minutes, register yourself. Also, just make sure that you have one of the 21 qualifying conditions. There are a couple of doctors. I'm not going to say their names out loud.
Don't say it on loud.
Well, you can message me. Person can put up my information. Okay. You can message me, and I can send you the information. But you register online, then you go and see a medical doctor. There's so many of them. They're everywhere.
Okay.
Like, there's a whole list online. Excuse me. But yeah, you see a medical doctor. It takes 15 minutes. 15 minutes of appointment. They're basically sending people in and out all day. It's like they have like 300 appointments a day because they're yeah.
So are these like your regular doctor you go to if you're sick? Or these?
So some of them are. Okay. All they have to do as doctors is basically just sign up to be able to certify people for their medical card.
So I go and pay my regular $30 copay?
No, unfortunately, this and getting certified is completely different. Okay. So it depends on the doctor, but they can charge anywhere from $150 to $250 to get certified. So it's a little expensive, but once you get it, you only have to go once a year. So you pay that $100, $150, $200 once a year.
Okay.
And then you come back for your annual and you have your card.
Okay. They They say, can you speak up a little, please?
Oh,
They
yeah,
may be
yeah,
sick.
yeah. Sorry. Okay, there we go. But yeah, so you get your medical card by going to that doctor, and then after that, you have to pay for that card. The government's always going to get their money, so it's $50 per the card.
Okay.
$50 per the card, and then you pay for that the same way on that medicalmarijuanapa.gov.
Okay.
And then once you purchase that, it comes in the mail. It takes like 3 to 5 business days.
That's
I think
it.
I got mine in 3. That's it. And then you go to a dispensary. There's 50 dispensaries in PA open right now today.
How many in the Philadelphia, Montgomery County area you say?
I think there's about 10.
Okay.
So it's not too bad. They all have kind of different prices, different things.
Mm-hmm.
I thankfully work at one now, so I love working.
Can you shout out where you work at?
Yeah. I work at Cure, PA. It's off of City Ave, and it is bomb. Get your card, come visit me, and I'll help you pick out what strain's right for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So go online, register.
Mm-hmm.
They say, okay, cool. You go to a doctor.
Yep.
You pay whatever their fee is. And then when you leave there, you go back online and pay the $50 fee.
Yep. You get that card, pay that $50 fee, and then it'll come in the mail. I have some people at the dispensary calling me like, I got the email confirmation. Can I come in? No, sir, you cannot. You just give it a couple days till it comes to you physically, because you have to scan it, because you have to get registered in our system. Since every dispensary is different, you have to get registered within each system. You can go to as many different dispensaries as you want. I went to as many as I could, because when you have your card, you can just, it's by state. So just in PA, you can go to any of those 50. Yeah, so if I'm traveling, I can pop in the other ones, just stop by, get my stuff, my medicine, and then keep moving on. Yeah, but it's really cool. I mean, and it's growing. It's amazing what's happening. New Jersey's about to become recreational adult use. I was going to go. I got really sick, but there was an event the other night where they were talking about, okay, we're getting prepared for it. Like New Jersey's actually creating a complete hotel industry to just have people come and stay and smoke in the hotels.
Sure.
Yeah, like they're figuring out ways to change. Yeah. Like I said, I quit my job for this because I knew. I saw how much cannabis and CBD helped me. As told Percy earlier, I lost 46 pounds. Like I was like, it's time to go.
You lost how much weight?
46.
Clap it up for that. 46 pounds.
Thank you. Okay. I was so excited. I was like, okay. I started figuring out like which cannabis, which CBD, whatever would be right for me. And then I just kept flying with it. Like, it's incredible.
So let's all right. So you do all this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get my card in the mail. I go visit your location.
Yep.
What are some of like the restrictions, or how much can I buy at each visit, stuff like that? Yeah,
great question. So when you get your card, you come into a dispensary in PA, and this is just in PA, $1,000 a day. Mm-hmm. So it depends how many thousands you want to spend, but you can go spend $1,000 a day. And also the strange thing is if you went to another dispensary, we have no idea. Like so if you spent $1,000 at Cure dispensary,
I can go in Plymouth and spend another $1,000.
Yeah, because our systems don't connect.
Oh.
Yeah, so I got all the tips and tricks. If you got stacks, we've had a couple people call in and say that they're musicians and they're just trying to get like as much as they can. They're touring and they're like, how much weed can we get? And we're like, the limit is $1,000 and you don't even have a card here. So you can't you can't. And they're like, we have so much money. We just want to give the money. Sir, it's health.gov. Like they're watching us always. Right. The government is always watching.
So like you said, they want to get it in travel. How much can you have on you at one time that you won't get in trouble?
You know what, to be honest, I don't know. That's a good question. I really honestly think that with the medical card, you can have anything on you. The regulations really are take it home. Gotcha. Like once you get it, they're like, keep it in your trunk, take it home, all that stuff. So if you get caught on it, the police can do really whatever they want. But when it comes down to it, you have that shiny medical card you could bring out. It's like your get out of jail free card. You're just like, I got this. Sorry, officer. I'm just heading home. But yeah, and also another thing is a lot of patients like can't come physically to the dispensary. So there's a thing called caregivers, and every patient, I believe, or is it every caregiver can have 3 patients. So you can register as a caregiver. And basically what you do is you get your fingerprint scanned. It's really easy. Like you go to like a post office, get your fingerprint scanned. And then you get your card in the mail. You can go pick up cannabis for somebody else.
But that caregiver, the person that they're getting it for, has to be a reason why they can't come, right? Or don't matter. It's not that deep.
I don't think it is.
So you're telling me I just don't, I'm at work.
Yeah.
My mama can be a caregiver and can go grab for me.
Well, you have to have one of the 21 qualifying conditions.
Okay.
Like you have to be able to register yourself as a patient.
Right.
But the caregiver can pick up anything.
Okay.
Which is also just something nice to know because some people have kids that have epilepsy. So a lot of the parents are caregivers for their patients that are kids that are too young to even come in. Yeah, on a day-to-day basis, I see so many different people. Like I see people that are in their 90s. I see people that are in wheelchairs and people that like can barely walk. And then I see some people that just want to get high. And it's great to be able to like medicate and feel comfortable, and because there's so many different anxieties. There's so many different, like there's one guy who can't even go into the store, like grocery stores, because there's too many people. Yeah, he's just like convoluted. He can't do it. But he said cannabis is the only thing that makes him calm down so he can be a regular human.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit going on.
So we're going to touch on what you just said, right? I can calm down. So those of you asking me, do I smoke on here? I don't smoke. I do it, a couple times a year.
Sure.
So like I was doing some research. What does sativa and indica, what do they mean?
Yeah. So a lot of times when people come in to the dispensary or just friends of mine that are asking like what's right for me, I usually have to like match a strain to that person because there's so many different things that can be right. So as Percy just said, sativa or indica. So the first question is like, what kind of high do you want to experience? Do you want something for the daytime, or do you want something to kind of like help you go to sleep?
Okay.
So that's where sativa or indica comes from. Sativa is more of like your daytime strain. Okay. So sativa, it's you're gonna clean the whole house. You're gonna get everything done. Like not to call out, but like you probably tried something, or if anybody has tried it, and you just get everything done. You're so focused, but then the next time you try something, you're completely just tired, and that's an indica. That's something.
So it's like a down. They call it a downer, or
well, like it's not called a downer just because it's a plant, so it's interesting. Like it's not even like a medication like that, but it is. I say indica couch, so it's like you're just like physically you're feeling it. It's a nighttime thing, and it's pretty great. So that's kind of the difference is sativa or indica, you're going to get like a nighttime or daytime. But some people don't even feel those different effects. Like some people, sativas or indicas don't even make a difference for them.
Really?
Yeah. But then there's also a hybrid strain. So you have a hybrid strain where parents are like indica and sativa parents that make something that's like, you're not really feeling it in the couch, but you're not really going to clean your whole house. You hit that sweet spot right in the middle.
In between.
Yeah. In between, you can go grocery shopping. You can go. So it's really nice. Like a lot of people don't realize that because cannabis, weed has had such a bad story. And like, I felt like it's my job. As soon as I tried cannabis and as soon as like I started realizing how much it helped me. I have PTSD, so you need 21 qualifying conditions so you can get a medical card. I have PTSD because of some dumb things that I went through as a child I had no control over. And now I find myself like not panicking for things. Like having PTSD means that when you're faced with like anything, like it could have been like grocery stores were kind of troubling for me, but I could get through it. But as soon as I would do anything that started bringing any adrenaline, I went into fight or flight in like 2 seconds. So a lot of times, like cannabis helps me just calm down, just like reduce that. and just be able to make a regular decision instead of feeling like a trauma or attack anytime something goes on. I would get like spidey vision.
Okay.
I'd be like, okay, what are we gonna do?
Uh-huh.
That's why if you're friends with me, you know that I get very passionate about stuff and I get very hyped about things. But I know how to calm back, dial it back. Um, but yeah, so 21 qualifying conditions gets you a medical card.
So you gotta have one of the 21 or all 21?
One of the 21.
Okay.
One person came in and said they had at least 10.
Oh.
Damn. Let me read out some of them just so you can hear. So 21 serious medical conditions: ALS, autism, cancer, Crohn's disease, damage to the nervous tissue or the central nervous system, dyskinetic and spastic movement disorders, epilepsy, glaucoma, Huntington's disease, IBD, intractable seizures, multiple sclerosis, neuropathies, neurodegenerative diseases, opioid use disorder. I have a lot of friends that actually have passed away from opioids. And I just hope everybody can understand that you can get some help just by trying cannabis and like weaning off. Parkinson's disease, PTSD, and severe chronic or intractable pain, sickle cell anemia. A lot of friends that have sickle cell anemia that I'm like, listen, get some help. Like, this is here for you. And terminal illness. And a lot of people don't even realize that they have had traumatic episodes. They probably do have PTSD. Like if your doctor has ever prescribed you any type of Xanax or what was I on before? There was like something that I was taking every day to just kind of keep my anxieties down. But usually just having that little bit of information, that's how you can get your card. So just by taking that information from your doctor, from your primary doctor, and just bringing it with you to this doctor that you meet for 15 minutes to get your card, they usually look at what you bring the information about you, and they ask you a couple questions, and then they sign your card.
So what do I have to bring them?
So if you can get any type of like report or any type of information, I called my doctor's office and said, can I have something from one of the visits that like you prescribed me Xanax? So really it was just anything that you could bring them that shows any case of your 21 or one of the 21 serious medical conditions. So yeah, so you just bring them a little bit of information about you, a little bit of your records, and that makes a difference. Like that's how you can start getting your card today. But for those of you that like don't even want to be, I know some patients come in and they get mad because I've seen people cry because they hate the idea that they are experiencing or their doctor says try weed. Like they hate the idea. Like because it's such a stigmatism against it. I usually have to break that down for people when they come in crying because I'm like, why are you upset? And they're like, well, weed is bad. And I said, well, why is it bad? Well, they said they were not supposed to do it. I've never smoked weed in my life. I don't want to start now. My doctor says do it. And I'm like, well, you don't have to smoke it. Like that's the biggest thing that people are saying too. It's like you don't have to even smoke it now. There's hand creams.
You guys have that?
Yeah. We have everything. A hand cream.
How does that work?
So I have lower back pain. If ever like my back, because I'm a designer, I'm on a computer all the time, and there's a lotion with THC in it and CBD. I rub my lower back; it's gone in seconds. Like it's like seconds. I can feel the relief in seconds. Yeah, it's crazy. But like, so yeah, that's another good one where it's like the types of way that you can consume it. So there's lotions. There's we in PA can't have edibles, not yet, but there's
Connecticut has them.
Yeah. Every state is different, and some of them do, and some of them don't. And it's interesting that you could like drive into different borders and pick up edibles. And I ask people to get me some when they're in the West Coast. So I'm like, let me try and experience a gummy.
You took one before?
Yeah.
Man, I took an edible.
Yeah.
Okay, so I took twice, right? I took one twice, right?
You took it twice. Big mistake.
It was like a week apart.
I thought you meant in the one
setting.
setting.
Pebbles? Well, no, I forget what it's called.
I don't know. There's so many
I
cereals.
use like Rice Krispies, right?
Rice Krispies, Fruity Pebbles, or Rice Krispies.
I'm sorry.
I would have gone through Count Chocula, Lucky Charms.
I took it, and the way it made me feel was great.
Yeah.
First time I took it.
First time.
Took it a week later.
Really? It changed just
and
from that?
You know, obviously I don't know who did what I want to put in it, but
same amount.
I got it from the same person, and it was the same little. And I got to Norristown.
Yeah.
And had to call somebody to come because I was totally.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time though was amazing.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, dependent on batch and dependent on, and that's the thing. That's why I like having these dispensaries because every single time they're regulating that shit. Gotcha. So it's like they're making sure that you don't have a bad experience. And they're like, okay. My biggest thing too, because I thought you did 2 edibles at the same time. You can always add, but you can't take away. That's like the biggest thing that I try to tell people, that sometimes people don't feel it right away and they're like, what? It's not working. Don't add more, because usually it takes time depending on your liver, depending on your blood, like how you're absorbing it. It takes time. So just wait. Just even wait. It's like just wait for it.
After this quick commercial break, I got another story for you about something I did. We're gonna pay the bills real fast. We'll be right back, guys.
Pay those bills.
Okay. Man, wait till I tell you this
one. I had this chocolate from Colorado one time. It was so much. I thought I was the devil. I was having like acid reflux or something, and it was like coming up. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm dying. I was like, I'm the devil. Like, why is Bryce even with me? I'm really like, he's such a good person. He's with the devil. It's crazy.
This time I'm gonna put the phone right in front of you.
Because it's too far away. Do you want to try to hook it up to that thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it sideways. Man.
Cool.
Is this true? My friend just texted me, you'll lose your gun license if you get a medical weed card.
So
that's true?
I don't think that's true, but you don't lose your license. But it's something like you can't carry and you can't have a medical card. You can't both at the same time? Yeah. Oh, okay. So I don't think you'll lose your license, but I don't know. I got to look into that. But it's crazy because one guy at the dispensary was just talking about that. Yeah, fine. I'm gonna look up some stuff too. Yeah, he said that he was on Percocets and all this crazy stuff, and he said that it's crazy that they didn't have any regulation against that, but they had a regulation against cannabis for it. So there might be some truth to that. I don't know. I'm gonna find out. Yeah. I can go to the store and go back home. I don't gotta have them both with me. Well, I don't know what it means. Yeah, let's look that up. Every time we get these things, they break. So is that always on? Yeah, well, I keep the live on. Yeah, that makes sense. So I tell you, we got 4 people watching. Nice. 5 people gave thumbs up. I'm trying to go strictly YouTube. Yeah. I don't want to do Facebook. What is this right now? This Facebook. That's Facebook, yeah. It's just that our people so easy to go on Facebook versus it is, yeah. Even though you got the same app on your phone. Yeah. That contraction is ridiculous. It's crazy. Like I think we missed a show like months ago. Yeah. And I ain't paying no mind. And I had people inboxing me like, "Hey, why y'all ain't do the show?" Oh, that's so nice. I'm like, oh shit, like people really. That's so nice. And that's my homie in Texas. I was like, wow, okay. That's incredible.
He said, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
He said I'd be at work and me and my coworkers be listening. He works at one of the airlines.
Wow.
I'm like, damn.
Loyalist.
Okay. I'm gonna play half a song and then we go back.
That's so cool. I love that people like, you know, once people get in the habit of like watching stuff and doing stuff, it's like, hey, this one.
You got like the little iPad.
Oh.
Can you see yourself?
Yeah.
That thing right close as you want it so they can hear you.
It has to be on medical time. I guess it was.
It was on you.
No, I just see myself.
So, all right. You did Sativa, you did the 21 things. You went over the card.
Mm-hmm.
You want to stay on this, or you want to go to CBD?
I want to. What else do I need to say about this?
Whatever way you want to go next.
No, we can go to CBD next, but yeah, I'll segue into that. Yeah. Because I'll just explain like a little bit about, because CBD comes from cannabis, so it's like
I have no clue what that is.
Yeah. I think that's what I'll talk a little bit more about.
Like, I don't know you just drop it in your mouth, you put it on food, what do you do? I didn't know all that.
Yeah. And yeah, I feel like I didn't even finish all the consumption methods of cannabis because it's like, yeah, we don't have edibles, but
we can stay on that because
yeah.
I mean, we said you want to do 8 to 9. Yeah. We got 33 minutes left.
Ooh, look at us go.
Let's see if anybody. So no one's talking today, but they're liking. So that's a good thing. I think you should be the whole time.
No.
Oh, somebody. See, this is great. Somebody said, you want to answer this? Is migraines on the list? Steve said, I guess he gets migraines. Or is it a way to get around that for Steve?
Yeah, there's got to be a way to get around that because. Oh wait, actually, my friend has migraines, and he got his medical card.
Okay. One second, Steve.
Yeah, I'm finding out right now. Asking a source to see how you can get it for migraines because I know, like, even if it's something on the list is severe chronic or intractable pain. I think that might actually be able to work. If you can say that like you have severe pain from these migraines, that should be able to work. But I'm asking the source right now.
Go back 30 seconds. So the guy whose station it is, he does like a gospel church station. So he got all his music cued in.
That's cool.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the round table. If you're just tuning in, I have a special guest tonight by the name of Kaylin. How you doing, Kaylin?
Doing great.
And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the benefits of medical marijuana, CBD oil, and all that good stuff in between.
Yeah, so much good stuff. We just had a question from Steve about migraines. Like, can we get a card for migraines? And one of the 21 serious medical conditions is severe chronic pain. So if you have those migraines every day, like I just asked my friend too if he got his card for his chronic pain of migraines, and he says he had migraines every single day. Got it for that. Now his migraines are gone.
There you go, Steve. Go for it, man.
Yeah, try it.
Go for it.
Try it and message me because I know the doctor, so I got connects.
At the end, we'll have Kaylin drop all her info, social media or whatever she want to give you guys.
Yeah. So I know we were talking before about different consumption methods, and we said no edibles in PA, but there's these things called tinctures that you drop it under your tongue, it's sublingual, and you hold it there for like 30 seconds. It's a liquid, and essentially like that'll act in like 30 to 40 minutes. So I take a tincture before I go to bed, puts me right to sleep. Just it's so nice, and usually for first time people using it, like a lot of moms come in. I'm like, here's a tincture for you, mom. I'm like, everybody loves tinctures. So there's tinctures, there's creams. That's where you put it on your lower back. There's the vaping cartridges that probably you get on the streets now. Like it's amazing. Like I remember getting the back of a car of a friend and being like, okay, just give me like whatever you have. It's like all seeds and like stems. And now you can get cartridges. Yeah, the technology is out there. But yeah, there's all these different types of consumption methods. When you go to a dispensary, your weed comes in a beautiful box. Yeah. Okay. So like there's different grower processors for the state. This one's Standard Farms. You can see it there. This one's Standard Farms. This one's Cresco. But yeah, your weed comes in packages. So
God, okay.
Yeah, like so.
They put your name on it and everything.
Yep. The name's on there. These are just dummy packages. And I also, disclaimer, am not a medical professional. I am just a designer. So anything that like, it's no recommendation or anything, but it's just nice to see like how these things look. Like when I got my eighth, it came in a package like this in a nice little sealed up container. Like it's not like out in Colorado when you can sniff it, you can smell it, you can.
Expiration date?
Yep, there's an expiration date. Like check your expiration date because it'll dry out, it'll get old. They test it all the time. I mean, it's kind of expensive too. Like they want to make sure that you're getting the right product, so they're packaging it. It looks beautiful. But yeah, you can use it for all different things. I know we wanted to talk about CBD.
Oh no, we can get there.
Yeah.
So if I come to your store,
yeah.
First of all, can you get in without the card or no?
No.
So I can't. When I get the card, I can't bring a friend in.
So you can't get in without the card, but if you have a friend, you can bring the friend in. They have to sit in the lobby unless you need physical assistance.
Okay.
When some people come in, the Department of Health say that you need physical assistance to get to the back. And usually a lot of these people it's mental. And so I asked them, like, do you need mental assistance? Like, do you need help? Like, do you need this person here for help? And they're just like, yeah. I'm like, okay. Like, if you need help to be escorted in the back, then yes. But for the most part, we have some people that come in that think that they can order for the patients. And I'm like, you can't do this here.
They have to.
Yeah, I'm like, don't do this here. I'm like, they're always watching. There's cameras everywhere. I'm not going to lose my job for you.
Right.
Yeah, I would say, like, if you wanted to come with a friend, just wait it out. It's not that crazy of an experience yet. In a couple years, we're going to be adult use, recreational, and that'll be free for all for everybody. Yeah.
So like on the way here, you said, like, it's not like Denver and Vegas where you just go in and you can point out and see it.
Yeah.
Like, kind of describe the setup if you can.
Yeah. So when you walk into a dispensary, the first time you walk in, it's more or less like sectioned off. There's a lot of a lock system, and there's cameras everywhere. So don't do anything stupid. Like they're watching every single thing that we do because it's weed and it's cash. Like most of these places haven't even regulated like a system, like even a card system or paying system. Yeah, so it's very secure and very like there's a process to it. A lot of people are afraid their first time, and they're like, well, what do I do? How do I stand? Who do I be here? I just want weed. So I usually greet them, hey, how are you? Get them checked in, kind of talk preliminary about, I'm a patient consultant. So essentially I kind of talk about like what they're here for, like what do they want to feel? Like, do they just want to get about their day? Like, what is it? So you start with me first, kind of like break you down a little bit, get you into it.
You feel comfortable.
Yeah, feel comfortable. And that's why I started this, because my first time going to a dispensary, I'm not going to mention what dispensary it was, but I felt very uncomfortable. And I was like, I was like, can I have an edible? I'm having trouble sleeping, and I think an edible will work for me. And they're like, man, edibles are illegal in PA. I said, just tell me what I need.
Right.
Like, just like help me out. So I went home that day and I started applying in dispensaries because I was like, I need to make people feel comfortable when they do this. So, origin story. But yeah, so after you get done talking with me, you're all checked in. I escort you to the back. It is a locked, it's another locked door that you go through, and then you're in the sales room. And like Percy said, it's not like Colorado, not like Las Vegas. Like there's nothing out for you to really see. Like everything's packaged, everything's contained, and it's all behind like the count. Like it's in another room, so you can't even like the packages that I was showing you. This is the most that you'll see. They're just empty packages. Where like this is what it looks like when you buy it. And that's also tough because people don't know how to use it, and they can't open it up in the store. So some people come in and they have a vape cartridge and they're like, it's not working. How do I screw it? And we're like, you can't even open it up in here. If you walk outside, you have to walk outside. There's so many rules right now, but someday the rules are going to break down a little bit and it's going to be excellent. But yeah, you purchase in the back, you look at a menu. So the menu is all digital. It's all online. You can go to curepen.com. That's my dispensary. And you can look at the menu and even just see like what we have. Yeah, that's curepen.com. Oh, and we'll put on the stuff later so you guys can see it too. But when you go online and you look at the menu, you can do this for any dispensary. You can start to see like what grams, what eighths of flour, what vapes or cartridges, what lotions. So you can start to see what's there. You get to the dispensary and you just order it. Yeah. And then they put it in a nice little bag and you are sent home on your merry way.
So what are like some of the price points? Like
price points for generically like for a gram. Terrapin does the lowest, so Terrapin's at like $10.99 a gram. So pretty good, fine. It goes up to $20 a gram, and then there's also the cartridges kind of change too. Like the cartridges are a little bit more expensive because their potency level is stronger. So you might pay $50 for a cartridge, but it's around there. It's like 50 to 60. The tinctures that I was talking about, they're 40. So yeah, I legally sell weed, which is great. Like I have all these prices. Like, okay, well, depending on like the grow process, there's like 7 or 8 grow processes in PA.
So what exactly is a grow process?
Yeah. So what that means is that all these different brands that I was showing you, they're all different grower processors. You've got Cresco, Standard Farms, Prime Wellness, Rhythm, Balance, and when they decide to come to a state, they have 90 days to be able to get any seed from any other state, like Colorado, whatever, to start their grow. Once those 90 days are up, they're cut off from the outside world. So grower processors, everything that you're getting from PA is grown in PA only. So they're not shipping stuff from Oregon or Colorado. It's PA only bud, and they're usually in warehouses. Like it's not outside growing. That's also a difference. It makes a difference in quality, but it's great stuff. Get your card. Yeah, and just to talk about cannabis as a plant just a little bit. You have this big, beautiful plant that has all of these like they're natural compounds inside of it. You know, one of them THC. That's what's going to get you high. When you go on the menu, you'll see like there's different THC percentages. So that's what's going to make you feel like it ranges anywhere from like 10% to like 90%. So, or even 99. I was telling Percy about these crystals. There's another version of concentrate are crystals that essentially they're 99%. They will put you down just for the evening. You can't die from cannabis. Like you can't. This is like one of the only drugs. Your Advil can kill you. Like Advil in the countertop, like can kill you tomorrow. More romaine lettuce killed than this plant. At most, you'll feel severely uncomfortable. And I felt severely uncomfortable before, and I'm sure a lot of people have. And usually that's a deterrent for trying it because they're just like that one time was so bad. that I don't think I can ever do this again. Do you have another story about?
So you guys don't have like somebody I know made me this oil,
Okay.
cooking oil.
Okay.
And I was making a chicken cheesesteak at home.
Yeah.
So you can put the butter in or the oil. So I threw the oil in.
Okay.
And it's like it was enough. So I threw more oil in. Mind you, I've already made 2 top shelf Long Islands that night. So I'm on my second top shelf Long Island. And then
so bad.
So I'm cooking our pan in mine. Chicken's all marinating in it. Tear the sandwiches up. Like 11:30 at night, Phil. Had to be up the next day, like 5 in the morning.
Oh no!
So I woke up and the whole room was legit spinning.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh shit.
Yep.
Like, so I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but my mind's saying one thing.
Yeah.
So I go to the bathroom, I take a shower, work. I'm like, this ain't right. But I know what it is.
Yeah.
But I didn't tell Tiff.
No.
What I did.
No.
So, because she's knocked out, so I'm like, yo, what do? And the high lasted from like 11:30 that night till legit 8 o'clock next day.
Oh yeah.
And I felt like I was like,
you're lucky.
I'm like, what if I don't come out of this?
Yeah.
I'm panicking.
Yeah.
I think I told my cousin Juice, like, yo.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you're never gonna come out. That's usually like the scariest part when you're just like, I'm gonna be like this forever. Next time, if there is a next time.
Well, I still have some, but I don't think it's in the back of the refrigerator.
Yeah. But stay away from that. Don't cross with alcohol. Like, if you're gonna do it, it's gonna get weird. It's not gonna be great. Like, you can be the most experienced person, and it could just floor you just because of that. But also, if you're too high, you can squeeze a little lemon juice in your mouth, and because of like the citrus from it, the limonene, it can counteract the high a little bit. Lemon juice.
I know.
Yep. Peppercorns.
I got that. I know peppercorn.
Peppercorn.
What do you do with that?
Yeah, peppercorns. You chew on them.
Okay.
So the smell actually will deactivate the high, and also CBD. So that's a great segue to get us into CBD.
Let's go.
Yeah, the plant cannabis having all those compounds like THC. There's over 100 of them. CBD is one of them. Yeah, so CBD is like the underdog. People haven't started talking about it until like in the last couple of years because everybody's been so focused on THC that they've just like looked past this amazing thing, because CBD is everything that THC does and more without the high. Without the high. So yeah, so it's more for like the qualities, like you can take CBD. It usually comes in that tincture, or it comes in bath salts. There's like lube for sex now. Like people, yeah, because I know it's crazy. Like what happens is the CBD reduces inflammation, reduces pain, reduces stress, anxiety, all that stuff, all without the high, and it just kind of like mellows you out. So when you are too high, like that terrible story, you take a little bit of CBD, that CBD will start to counteract that THC, mainly because, and this is nuts to me, but we have an endocannabinoid system.
What is that?
Yeah, our endocannabinoid system, you have like the nervous system, the immune system, which mine's all funky because I'm sick. But we have an endocannabinoid system that a researcher found in the early 2000s. And essentially, we have these receptors in our body that respond to cannabinoids. And once those cannabinoids come in, that's the CBD, THC. It's kind of like a lock and key. Like they just link together. And your endocannabinoid system sits over all your other systems and provides homeostasis in your body. So as soon as you got CBD and THC working together, you're just balanced. And they're starting to do research now, and they're saying like all the like diabetes, cancer, all those things might be off because we're not getting enough cannabinoids, which is nuts. Because they're saying that with these cannabinoids with CBD, they're noticing in rats testing and stuff that cancer cells are disappearing. Like there are people that you can find on Instagram right now that had brain cancer and all this stuff, started changing their diet, adding CBD, and their tubers just went away. Like all of this stuff is all anecdotal, like just by what people are saying, but it's like try it. Why wouldn't you try it? It could be something that works for you. Like CBD helped me lose weight because it helped provide balance to my body. And then once I had that, I was less stressed, so I was producing less cortisol. My stomach came down. I was like, great. And I told Percy earlier, I was just like eating wings, hoagies. I'm like, this is a great diet. I'm gonna do this all the time. And all I do is just like run a little bit and exercise daily. And I can eat whatever I want and enjoy life.
So CBD, like you drop some on your tongue, you put it in your food. How does it work?
Yeah. So some people now you can put it in your coffee. Like a lot of times it comes in a liquid, and I have this brand that I use all the time. It's called Theramu.
What's it called?
Theramu. Okay. And I'll put it up there later because I have a discount code. Because once I started working out and figuring out what worked for me, because it takes so much research. And the other thing is now that Trump, the one great thing that he did is he signed the medical bill or the farm bill for CBD. So now CBD at the federal level is legal.
Okay.
So what that means essentially is that all businesses everywhere are making CBD. Yeah. So you're going to see signs up. They're saying it's the new superfood, like all this stuff, because people are starting getting research on it. But we really haven't done enough research on it because it's been a Schedule I drug with cannabis. So what they did was they said, okay, cannabis is still Schedule I, but CBD, we'll take that out. Like CBD is legal, so they can make money. So now these businesses are, and you have to, like with CBD, you have to do the research. Like with CBD, with cannabis, like every single strain, every single thing is different for every individual. So I might tell you this might work for you. It might not.
It might not work for my body.
Yep, it might not work for your body. And I wouldn't know until you try it.
Right.
So a lot of people, it's trial and error. And it can be a little frustrating. Like sometimes you'll take CBD, you won't even feel anything. But that could also depend on the oil that people are using. Some people use coconut oil. Some people use, there was one, I was helping a client that said that, I think it was jojoba oil. But I looked up that oil, and you're not even supposed to be ingesting that oil. Like it slowly degrades your heart. And I'm just like, people have no idea.
You gotta do your research.
You gotta do your research.
Don't just get it because your friends say get it.
Exactly. Okay. I called businesses. I said, what are you putting in there? And then I found Theramu, and now I'm working with them to even get like education and starting to distribute that. So it's so important to do your research and figure out what's right for you and try different things. And it's expensive. You get a bottle of it. It's like $85.
And how long would that last about?
Mine lasts me about a month and a half. Like, but I'm taking it daily. Like taking it
so
daily.
Every day, morning, night.
Yeah. I started doing less of it because I just don't want to use it as fast. I'm stingy. but I do it in the morning. There's also this eye balm that a lot of like white women are using, and they're putting it on their eyes. Even like Bobbi Brown, like the makeup company, and Bobbi Brown, she said that the only like eye balm that she uses, and it works so well. But putting it on your eyes for wrinkles, they've noticed like wrinkles going away. Yeah, so it's like anti-aging, like all this stuff. And I keep like preaching it all the time. And people are like, it can't fix all these problems. They're like, it's too good to be true, but it's not, because we have an endocannabinoid system, and it's just working and balancing that out. So it's crazy. Yeah, I know I just dropped a lot of knowledge.
A lot of research will be going on this weekend.
A lot of research, and contact me for CBD, because it's this one that I use is just incredible. They use emu oil, and emu oil actually penetrates the skin. Like our skin is meant to repel. Like we have all of the skin, and it's meant to keep things out. Most oils only get through 3 layers of skin. We have 7 layers of skin.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I've been doing all this research, and it's like we have 7 layers of skin. Emu oil is one of the only oils that goes through all 7 layers. So once you do research, and once you figure out those things, but that's why I'm like, let me just break it down for people and just tell people, like, you don't even have to do as much research, but it's like, here, just take all this.
Okay. So after this quick commercial break, before we end off today, talk about your company that you
Yeah.
started with all the education.
Yeah.
So we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Look at you, KK, you flowing.
Ooh.
You are flowing.
Live in this day.
My homie Tay said, leave the Leafy app is dope. You ever hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually got to talk to the founder of Leafly.
Did you?
Yeah, last month.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. I was telling him about what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do, and he gave me so much information. I was like, man, I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do this. And I was like, I know that you've done it before.
Mm-hmm.
Please keep doing it. It's so great. Stevie.
Quick commercial break, everybody.
Commercial break.
Guess who's watching? Mom's watching.
Ooh.
Dad's on here. Mom's watching.
That's what Dad meant by we'll be there.
I
was like, what? I'll be there. I'll be there.
So is there any negatives to this or no?
Yeah. I mean, kind of basic, but side effects are more like dry mouth. Okay. Like some people, like I'm trying to think of even just like low, what's it called, short-term memory. Like sometimes you might not be, because if you're high all the time, right. like you're not gonna be able to. Right. But the side, I mean, you won't die. You might. Well, I just found out last night because I didn't do, but I was a part of a webinar for sex and cannabis. Mm-hmm. And they were saying that like THC, if women are smoking too much THC, they're not going to be thinking about sex. And so I was like, that's interesting. Good to know.
Sex drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your libido goes down if you're doing too much THC, but if you like get that sweet spot, sex and cannabis can be a magical, beautiful thing. That's why people are making lubes. They're making sexual chocolate. They're just like putting CBD and cannabis in everything. It's opening up a whole different, like they're saying that it's just gonna blow up. It's gonna be like $100 billion industry.
I read, I was talking to Dad, like 2022. Yeah. They said the amount of money is gonna be like ridiculous.
Yep, that's why I'm jumping in now. I'm like, let me just get that education out there. Because my goal is to just link people to that, like whatever like comes out, like you saying research. If somebody's like, oh, well, that might work for me, then they might do a little bit of research on it. So I just want to like plant that seed. I just don't want it to be a stigma anymore. Right. I don't understand why it would be. I have to do some. That's what I'll talk about for even introducing my company. It's like, oh my gosh. Excuse me. I don't want this song to go off.
Oh, you like it?
I love Ribbon in the Sky.
Turn up a little bit.
Turn up.
You want to water something?
Oh, I bet
got some more.
Away. Thank you.
Somebody else said something too. Oh, he just fixed the spelling. Oh, okay. About another minute, guys. Yeah, linked up one night, man. The four of us.
Yeah.
Like you literally 10 minutes away.
I know.
Like literally.
I know, that's what I was like. See, I'm gonna be that
I don't know why I thought you were like on a front street somewhere or something.
All right. Mm-hmm. I was down on Front Street.
No wonder I thought
yeah,
that.
That's why.
Okay.
Was there. Sorry, I just saw that the Twilight Zone. What?
What?
You know the show The Twilight Zone?
Uh-huh.
There is it sorry, nose. Jordan Peele. He's gonna start hosting it. I love that man. You see the trailer for Us?
I did.
Oh,
I did.
that's a good one. Oh my gosh, love that man. I didn't know he was still doing this.
Ready?
Yes.
All right.
Hey, Aunt Debbie. I see you.
Welcome back to the round table, ladies and gentlemen. We're wrapping up our discussion this evening about medical marijuana, benefits, CBD oil. We have the lovely Kaylin in the studio with us.
Okay. Happy to be here.
So you have a company, Kaylin?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So when I got my medical card and I realized that like there was no information out there. There's information out there if you dig deep enough, if you start researching, you start looking at it, you start finding it. But I noticed that like it just needs to be more accessible.
Okay.
I want it for anybody, everybody.
Mhm.
Like I just want it everywhere. So I started with the basics. I started educating myself, figuring out cannabis. And one of the biggest things that I learned about was why people started getting a stigma against it is because of racism. So basically, cannabis was starting to be outlawed when one guy didn't want Mexicans around. Like, and essentially it was right after the Spanish American War. But he said marijuana needs to be banned because it's bringing in bad people. So then they started making reefer madness. They started making propaganda against just cannabis in general, because that's what people were smoking. And the only people to actually try to fight to get that restriction happen were the doctors, because the doctors said, this is working. Like, this is healing patients. Like, we don't want to ban it because it's actually helping people. And they're like, no, we don't want these Mexicans here. Like, let's build a wall. But it's amazing what you find out when you start doing research and once you start educating yourself, and how powerful knowledge is. Because there are so many different ways that we can create new jobs. Like a couple of my friends were talking the other day and said, well, if you were a caregiver, like you could basically make money being a caregiver, and you could have 3 different patients and they could pay. A lot of people can't get to getting their medicine. So why not be a caregiver, but charge and basically just like deliver it to these people? Like, so what's really great about this is once you start educating yourself and once you start researching and looking at different things, you can find a lane for yourself. You can create a company that does edibles in the shape of penises. Whoa. You can do anything that you want. And that's what I love the most about the cannabis industry is I'm so passionate to learn about anything cannabis related. I get on webinars, I get on different things. And what my company does, Green Thumb Education, is we essentially are taking this information and distilling it down. So March 1st, going to be sending out a digital guide to cannabis. You can download it on your phone.
Next week.
Yeah, next week. Digital guide for cannabis. So you download it on your phone. And it's just like 10 things that you should know about cannabis. So we stripped it really back. It's like 27 pages. You just get through it really quick. Because I noticed that when I was doing the research, I was buying all these books on Amazon. I was like taking in all this information. I thought, let me just curate this information for other people so they can start figuring out what works best for them. Not only medicinally, but like if you want a job, if you want to start, Percy and I were just talking about it. It's going to be in 2022 like $100 billion industry, and that's just CBD alone.
Right.
Like CBD beauty products alone are $100 billion industry. That's such a narrow space. Yeah,
find your lane.
Yeah, you just have to find it, and I will work as hard as I can to keep putting out this information. My biggest dream is to have a cannabis visitor center on the East Coast. So when people are coming through, when people are driving, there's going to be education for you that you can pick up. It can have jobs, like posting jobs all the time so people can find different things. Or like, here's your guide to the best like cannabis spots in the area. So anything all cannabis related and all information is just. I see that in the next like 5 years, and I've got such a strong vision for it that I'm like, okay, like let's get ready.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's the time. So yeah, join me for that time, all of you, please. Ooh.
So how can someone get in contact with you? Social media or website? What you got for the people?
Yeah, so I'm currently dying. But I can't believe I've survived this whole time. Now my voice is going out. So email me, kaylathelind@gmail.com. I was sitting around, my voice is going out. There's a website, wearegreenthumb.com.
Oh, so this is it. Oh, okay. We are Green Thumb.
Wearegreenthumb.com. A lot of big things coming and happening. The guide, and then also like physical materials. I'm gonna go to different doctors' offices, get out all this physical education. Yep, it's going out.
It came at the end.
Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to learn more, contact Kaylin, hit her up, give her an email.
Yep.
Or inbox me and I'll pass her information along to you.
Instagram is the best way.
Okay.
At Kaylin Malin.
At Kaylin Malin on Instagram. You have to spell that out for the people.
Yeah. If I get CALANMALYN.
There you go.
Kaylin Malin, Instagram.
Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. A lot of things you talked about.
Yeah, I'll have to come back.
Yeah. Sure. Open door policy.
Open door.
Open door policy.
I'll be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Tune in next week, each and every, Wednesday, but the weather yesterday. But Wednesday, 8 to 10, the round table. Have a good night. Be safe. KK, thank you.
Yay! Thank you. I love that my voice like knew it was not.
Right at that time, right?
Ooh.
Somebody said you got a website?
Yeah. Wearegreenthumb.com.
We are greenthumb.com.
Yep.
Cool.
Ooh.
Have a good night, everybody. Peace.